Welcome back to another episode of the Hoodie and Headband podcast show. It's your boy Bryce. I'm back joining my boy Tariq. I don't even let you say your name. That's crazy. But yeah, Hoodie and Headband. We back with another episode, man. Tariq, it's a new week. I gotta ask you, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I had a ton of energy this morning. All my coworkers just looking at me and like, what is happening? Like, you normally in here loud, but you on 100 today. Like, I was in there dancing like if you got served. Like, I don't even know what's going on.
Oh, you Timothy.
I got some good sleep, I guess. I went to the gym last night and then went to sleep early, so maybe I got some good sleep. Woke up and just I don't know. But been back in the gym. Almost messed up my ankle again on Friday. Well, not almost. I did mess up my ankle again, but I put that thing on frozen fruit for like 4 hours. Be back in business. Yeah, and now we got about 6 days, 5 days if you're listening to this until WNBA season starts. And some of the preseason games been kind of good, man. Chicago put a whooping on the Liberty last night.
Yeah, what was it, 48-point victory or something like that?
They cooked them, bro. They scored like 53 or 58 points. I'm like, no way that team with all that talent scored 50 points in a game.
Yeah, I checked the played 20-something minutes too.
I was gonna say Sandy had him out there. Sandy left him out there like, oh no, y'all gonna play through this. Like y'all gonna feel this L.
Yeah.
And she wasn't happy about it either. But we'll talk more about that in the coming days. But I do have an article out.
Yes, sir.
Nafisa Collier forward on the Minnesota Lynx. So y'all go check that out. It's on multiplicity.com.
Yes, sir.
Multiplicitymedia.com. Just multiplicity.com. So yeah. How about you, bro?
I'm good. I can't complain, bro. Actually, I could complain, but I'm not going to complain. I had a good little weekend. Shout out to all the folks I've seen at Charleston Fair.
If you follow Bryce, you already know what's going
on. Relax on me.
Hey, we ain't gonna speak on it, but
relax on me, sir.
It was pretty cold out in Bryce's world last weekend.
Gosh, bro.
Pretty cold.
Listen, I had a good weekend, reunite with my college friends. I had to get my men in black on with the suit. Had to come clean like I was drafting,
You was on your Justin Timberlake.
Suit and tie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ain't Jay-Z in that song too?
He is. Yeah. But I specifically left him out just because I knew you was gonna get mad about that.
Anyways. But I had a good weekend though. Second of my was cool too. I went out and celebrated the holiday. Got some tacos.
On a Sunday.
Got some tacos.
Right. That's it.
Yeah, hit one of my favorite Mexican spots to get some tacos. So yeah. Saw some friends, man. Yeah. It's Taco Sunday.
Right, until Bronny and Bryce there.
Yeah. That commercial's kind of cool. But no, it's been a good week. I've been trying to lock back into the W. Season starts next week. Preseason been interesting to watch. Yeah. Playoffs been watched.
I can already tell this year or this season it's gonna be a lot of me tweeting and getting off and not reading nothing else. In terms of W, because CO already on 1,000 and season ain't started yet, bro.
Yeah. I really don't want to give the negative any energy because I don't know, just with the growth of the game and parts of the mainstream media talking about the game and stuff too, it's just like maybe it should have, grown.
No.
I mean, no. Listen, I'm for the growth of the game, obviously, but it's just like Everybody talking about it like they just not finding out about it, you know?
I'm talking about the ones that say they're growing the game.
I wasn't trying to go there.
I don't give a fuck where you was trying to go.
Anyways, man.
I expect it from them, but people that are trying to grow the game, you should actually be growing the game. And there's a lot of people out there that say they are that are just tearing down people that are trying to be in the game, be in the sport, appreciate the sport. So, yeah, do better. Basically, find Jesus, find God. That's all. Find something. You don't believe in it? Find something. Find a journal. Write what you need to write down there.
Anyways, man, like I was saying, I had a good weekend. Playoffs have been enjoyable. You know, we'll get into why in a second. And yeah, but first and foremost, we got some awards to announce. Starting with what we starting with? I'm trying to think of which one was announced first.
Rookie of the year.
Rookie of the year goes to no other than Victor Wembanyama in his first season with the San Antonio Spurs. Wembanyama averaged 21 points, 10 rebounds, 21.4 points, 10 rebounds, 3.9 assists. I gotta find the rest of his stats. Hold on. Hold on. I should probably wrote this down. All right, here we go. 3.6 blocks. Good lord. And 1.2 steals a game. 3.6 blocks? It's insane.
Insane. And that's not even counting how many blocks that he had that were like 9 blocks a game, 10 blocks a game.
Gotta say, bro. Bro will get multiple 5x5s with 5 blocks. Or 5+ blocks, I should say.
OD.
Yeah. But very impressive rookie season from him. Shout out to Chet Holmgren as well, who also had a very impressive rookie season. Shout out to Jaime Jaquez Jr., who had a very impressive rookie season. I'm trying to think of an impressive rookie season, bro, from this class, because this was a nice class. I'm not gonna lie. Dang, bro, who else?
That's it. Nobody else.
I want to say this is Derek Lively's second season, right?
Well, he went to your school.
I'm trying to remember, man.
He's a rookie, bro.
He's a rookie. Okay, well, Derek Lively had an impressive rookie season as well. I don't know why I just kept getting confused with that. I thought he'd been there. Maybe it's the blue and white jersey. That's what it is. I don't know, but anyways, oh, they got a new commercial. Oh man, anybody who's been watching playoffs know they've had the same 5 commercials on recycle.
Oh my gosh, have they?
Now we've seen some new ones, so that's good and refreshing. But shout out to Victor Wembanyama, winner Rookie of the Year, well deserved. And shout out to the other rookies who had impressive rookie seasons as well. Yeah. Alrighty, moving on. Defensive Player of the Year goes to no other than Rudy Gobert, who wins it for the 4th time in his career. Pretty impressive, like me. One thing about Rudy Gobert, and this has been, I want to say, let's see, how can I preface this? One thing about Rudy Gobert, he gets a lot of hate. And obviously, he gets a lot of hate because, you know, the whole All-Star thing with him crying about not getting an All-Star. And, you know, the whole COVID thing for him starting COVID in the NBA, touching the mics.
Starting COVID is crazy.
I know, but
start COVID. COVID was already a thing.
I'm saying starting to spread in the NBA. That's what I'm mean. Like he gets I said starting COVID in the NBA. That's what I meant with that phrase.
That's still a wild phrase.
You know what I meant, bro. You know what I was getting at. But being the reason why the COVID outbreak started in the NBA. Damn, grammar police, man. I know you work with kids all day, but dang, bro. But nah, I know he gets a lot of hate for whatever reason. the stuff with Draymond, but Rudy Gobert should be respected for what he does on the court. And that has been shown. I mean, hey, he's got his 4th Defensive Player of the Year award. So I'm glad that the credit is being given where it's due.
Breaking news. 4-time Defensive Player of the Year is really good at basketball.
Oh my gosh, bro. Anybody said he wasn't good, bro. I'm just saying he got a lot of hate. Like people just dispel like the hate overpowers like the respect and the praise that he actually gets and deserves.
Who are people?
You said what?
Who are people?
People on the TL. People in these chats or what? People in NBA Twitter. People in general. People that don't like Rudy Gobert. Like I never understood the Rudy Gobert hate.
I'm gonna let you live.
I never understood the Rudy Gobert hate, bro.
That ain't what you said on the phone yesterday.
What did I say on the phone yesterday?
Yesterday,
I said the same thing on the phone yesterday.
How?
I said this might not listen. What I said on the phone yesterday, if I can remember, not verbatim, I remember on the phone talking yesterday. I said, "Hey, not gonna lie, I know you and Kenny Beecham don't feel this way, but people need to stop hating on Rudy Gobert."
And what'd you say after that?
Did I not say that? Did I not say that? What? All right, tell me what I said after that, since you remember so clearly.
So
I said after that.
So you didn't include yourself in that.
I was at that point once upon a time.
Once upon a time.
That was before the 4th Defensive Player of the Years.
Oh, so before this one.
No, it wasn't before this one. It was before the other 3.
So you've been respecting Rudy Gobert since 2019?
I can't remember myself hating him since then.
Okay. I didn't say you hate him. I'm just saying you definitely was somebody that was like, yeah, Rudy Gobert it is. Rudy Gobert, like
that's what I'm saying. I wasn't someone that was like that, but I'm saying I never really strongly hated Rudy Gobert either. I mean, everybody laughed at him, not making it to the All-Star game. I remember me and you laughed at that, but everything else is not like I'm like, oh, I hate Rudy Gobert. He's a scrub. He's bad. Like, oh, he's.
I ain't say
I'm saying that's not what I was on. Other people are on that type of timing. Me, no, I'm not. But you trying to make it seem like I was.
Just asking questions.
False accusations.
I make no accusations. I just asked a question. That's all.
Anyways, man, shout out to Rudy Gobert. Average. Let's see what he averaged. 2.1 blocks. Average 9.2 defensive rebounds. And 0.7 steals on the season. Congratulations to him.
Shout out Rudy, man. He
part of the top defense. Led the top defense of the league in the Minnesota Timberwolves this past season.
They could easily have 3 players on all defensive teams this year.
Oh yeah.
And if Nickeil Alexander-Walker played enough minutes, then they could have 4. To be honest, so their defense is that good.
Yeah.
And respect my boy Cat. His defense been a lot better this year. Ooh, Miles Turner. Hey, what school you went to?
You said Miles Turner?
Yeah, what school you went to?
Hey, what school did he go to? I was trying to remember what school did he go to.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to start testing you like old dude.
I know. Ooh. What school did he go to? I'm asking you.
You don't know what school you went to, man?
You gonna say it, I'm gonna remember.
Sure. You went to Texas. That's so deep, bro.
That is exactly right. Like I said, you gonna say it, I'm gonna remember.
That was before the dreads. He still had the little fade.
Bro, like JP for real back then. Let me stop.
Nah, that's
crazy. Anyways, all right. Last award, most anticipated award, most talked about award. The 2023-24 Kia MVP award. It's still sponsored by Kia?
Sure.
All right. MVP award. Went to no other than the man, the myth, the legend, who is now 3-time MVP, in Nikola Jokic. That's mouthed. It should have been 4. Yes, it should have been 4. It should have went to him last year instead of going to Embiid last year, but yeah. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Luka Doncic were finalists. All 3 had worthy cases, in my opinion, but Nikola Jokic came out on top, and with a significant margin, he did too. It was not even close. 79 first place votes.
That part I don't agree with. I don't think it should have been that far.
But his average on the season: 26.4 points, 12.4 rebounds, 9 assists, nearly a triple double, averaging 58% from the field as well.
He averaged more assists than Luka.
Are you asking, or is that?
I feel like they both averaged 9.
Okay, let's see. No, Luka averaged 9.8, edging him out by 0.9. 0.8.
And Jokic averaged 9 flat.
9 flat. Luka's stats this season were 33.9 points, 9.2 rebounds, and 9.8 assists on 48.7% from the field.
Let me see usage rate leaders.
But yeah, no, we talked about this pre-show. I don't know, it was an interesting race between the 3 of them. I know she had the case based on Oklahoma City's success this season, them being the one seed. Yeah, the 1 seed out west.
I got a question for you.
Oh, go ahead.
How many players do you think had a higher usage rate than Nikola Jokic this season?
Than Nikola Jokic. Okay. A higher usage rate than Nikola Jokic. I'm gonna say 6.
Add 10 to that. 16 players.
My first guess is like 17.
Would you like to hear some of the players that are higher usage
rate? Just go down the list, top to bottom.
First is Luka.
His
was you can round up to 36, 35.9.
Okay.
Giannis and Shai are both Giannis, Shai, Jalen Brunson, Anthony Edwards, and Victor Wembanyama, all at 32. And Steph and De'Aaron Fox are at 31.
Okay.
Cade Cunningham. Wait for this next one now. Cam Thomas.
Hey, my guy!
No, that's bad.
My guy made the top 10.
He should not have the ball in his hands that much. The
Bro,
next guy.
You see who was on Brooklyn this year?
You see how many wins y'all had because he had the ball in his hands that much?
Hey, let's not go there. Okay. When he was on the court, he made Brooklyn better. So we had 10 right now, right?
Let me go look at the advanced stats on that.
We had 10.
Jaren Jackson Jr.
Okay.
Jason Tatum.
Okay.
Kyle Kuzma.
Ooh.
Why he get but not Cam Thomas. That's crazy.
I mean, I get the situation though. He's the best player in Washington, so.
Devin Booker.
Okay.
Paolo.
Okay.
And Zion. The next 2 below Jokic, LeBron and KD.
Oh wow.
So think about those names I just said. And those players all have higher usage rates than players like Jokic, LeBron, and KD.
Wait, so I'm thinking usage rate. All right, that's based on scoring.
That's how often you have the
shot
ball.
attempts. How often he has the ball, and a player has the ball.
How often you're controlling the ball as the offensive player. Like
I thought
when
Jokic would have been a
Harden
little
was winning
because of
MVPs.
Jokic's assist.
No. It's like who was leading the league and having the ball in their hands the most. Like when Harden was winning his MVPs.
Oh, he had stupid high.
When Westbrook was winning his MVP.
Yeah.
High. So to see Jokic be not even top 15 in usage rate and still average 26, 12, and 9 assists. Like imagine if his usage rate was 35. He's averaging 31, 15, and 11.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's I think, and people always get mad about like advanced stats and stuff, but when you look at stuff like that, like it's hard to look when you have players that have the ball in their hands as much as guys like Shea and Brunson and Luka and Harden in the past, not necessarily this year, and at times LeBron, and those guys average like 27, 8, and 8. And then you got like obviously the ball is touching Jokic's hands a lot. It's not like, but he's not dribble, pound, like trying to force something or trying to, build something and force an assist all the time. I'm not saying that they do. I'm just saying it's much harder to do what Jokic is doing with less touches or with less ball like dominance than what they're doing with the ball dominance. And that's not taken away from them because they're still phenomenal talents. It's just like could you imagine if players like that, like I don't know. That's just crazy.
No, I think that is crazy for real, man, because like you said, usage stats, advanced stats or whatever. Like you would think an MVP would be someone that's ball dominant, in this day and age, the way the game is going. But in Nikola Jokic's sense, like the way he moves the ball and the way like the offense is more so it's in the flow of the offense. Like Jokic get the ball in the post, find someone no look pass or and dumps it off like pass. Like he moves the ball. The way that Denver moves the ball around is differently than how these other teams move the ball around. So yeah, makes sense. Checks out. I just thought U straight would have been a little different based on Jokic's assist numbers. So
yes, it's like it estimates the percentage of a team's possessions a player uses while on the floor.
Okay.
And basically, so it's like 100 is 100. So it's 0.33 assists plus field goal attempts plus free throw attempts plus turnovers divided by possessions. So that's why it ends up going like looking like that. But a lot of that ends up being based off how often you have the ball in your hands. Like a guy like Luka has the ball in his hands damn near every possession, if not every possession.
Yeah.
And Jokic probably end up touching the ball every possession.
Yeah.
But it's not like
he's touching the ball, dribbling.
Right.
Like
he can touch the ball and go like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
But when Luka touched the ball, he massaging that joint. Like he tried. People say that all the time.
I know.
Look at him now. He be talking about me. Look at him. Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah. But Shea and Luka definitely had very, very good cases for winning MVP this year. And I will say Shaq doing what he did.
I think that was
when they're announcing to Jokic is kind of whack to me. And Shaq he's been showing for the past 10-ish years that he could be a very fragile person. To be that talented and be the personality that he is, he can be very fragile at times, and it's really weird. When you're a player of that caliber, you would think you would have enough self-confidence, but you can't just say, oh, because you're this and you have that you should have self-confidence. But it just feels like, and I didn't watch it in full, but I seen some of the stuff that he was saying in the last couple of episodes he did with JJ Redick, where he was talking about being jealous that certain players were like that he's not in the GOAT conversation and things like that. And it's just like, if you would have listened to certain people, you probably would be in that GOAT conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But you let yourself get to a weight that you could not continue to play at. And now you're looking at all these other players and you're like, oh, they're able to play this long and they're able to get all these accolades. Like, it's not it's not Nikola Jokic's fault. It's not Dwight Howard's fault that you got one MVP. Like, they didn't give them MVPs to Steve Nash. They didn't give them MVPs to Dirk Nowitzki. They didn't give them MVPs to Kobe Bryant. Like, I don't know. I just feel like sometimes he just feels like he's being threatened by certain players, and that's not really the case. And even if you think Shea should have won it, say that before or after the interview. Don't say it during the interview when you're congratulating dude on winning his third MVP. And instead of giving him his appreciation, giving him his flowers, you take that time to say, Shea should have got it. I feel bad for Shea. Hopefully he keeps his head up, blah, blah, blah. Like, okay, so now how is Jokic going to feel? You just said hopefully this dude keep his head up while throwing, I don't want to say throwing dirt but while throwing this man's accomplishment under the rug, like he didn't deserve it. So that's just kind of crazy.
Yeah, I think that's just BS. I think it was poor taste. This wasn't what it. I don't know. I mean, I'm all for having opinions. Obviously, I have my own opinions to form and share with the world and everything. And saying that to the face of the winner is bold. You know, it's just not. It's not it. I couldn't get down with it, man. I don't know, bro. Just wasn't it, Shaq. That wasn't it, man.
But shout out to Jokic, man. He's been on a tear for the last, I don't know, 5-6 years, even longer than that, really.
Yeah.
And there hasn't been an answer. Now, granted, we're seeing a pretty good answer to the problem right now, and we'll talk more about that in a few minutes. But outside of these two games that we've just seen this past week, there's been no answer from Nikola Jokic from all 29 teams in the league. So, shout out to him. Shout out to Shea. Shea had a fantastic season as well. Definitely deserve a lot of love. That whole team and the coaching staff and all that, just, you know, they just seem like they have way more confidence than most young teams would have at this point. And then Luka had a fantastic season as well. And at a certain point, it's like, dang, when is he gonna get one? Because
right, bro,
this is
year.
This is his best statistical season.
Yeah,
he came third place.
Bro, dropped 39-9 this year, bro.
Like, what does he have to do? He got to average
39-9.
He got to average a 35.
Not 39-9. He had what 30, 33-9. Damn near 34-9.
So he damn near dropped a 34-point triple double as an average and was third place.
And a few of them were in the first half.
So he might end up just getting like one in his career. Because you got players.
That's gonna be stuff to talk about looking back, man.
Because Tatum still ain't got one.
Right.
And it's on the way.
Yeah.
Shea ain't got, Ja ain't got one. Wemby ain't got one. Like, Wemby's.
So, I wouldn't be. It's Wemby's rookie year.
Wemby about to get it.
He's gonna get one. But I'm saying it's his rookie year.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, like, those are the players that he's gonna have to go against.
Oh yeah.
Those are the players, and you still got Jokic, you still got Giannis, you still got Embiid. Like, you got players like Brunson, you got players like Max. Like, it's players every year just jump. Like Halliburton. Like, if he plays the way that he was playing in the beginning of the season, the whole season, that's another player that you gotta navigate. Devin Booker. Like, there's so much young talent that it's not gonna be easy to go get you some MVP.
It's not.
It's not. Like, you're gonna have to outplay your team, and you are gonna have to outplay, like, maybe if he was the second seed, he has a better case. But I mean, the numbers that he had and getting his team to a 5 seed, I feel like that is impressive too. I don't know.
I feel that's worthy enough, especially in the West, whenever everybody was like maybe like a couple games off from each other. Yeah. Like, you really had to win those last week or two of games to solidify your seeding.
And I will say, in terms of moments, Jokic had the one where he hit the game winner from before half against the Warriors.
Yeah.
I'm sure Shea has some, but I can't think of some off the top of the head. Like, I like, obviously Chet had the turnaround fadeaway, and that's not his. But I can't think of any, like, oh, Shea did this. Like, I know Shea, I mean, he was dropping 30 damn near every night, if not every night. But Luka had 2 different stretches. He had one, like, 2-week, almost 2.5-week stretch where he was getting 30-point triple-double at half. Like, those are moments. Those are moments in a season where you're like, when Kobe hit the 60, 60, 60, 50, 50, 50, 40, 40, 40, like, those types of moments. And then he did it again like a month and a half later. So it's like, at what point, like, what does he have? He got to average 40?
Yeah.
Because the numbers that he's putting up is crazy still. Like, he's putting up numbers comparable. He's putting up numbers comparable to James Harden. He damn near averaged 34 points a game this year. 34.
We can round up to 34. 34. It's 33 points. We can
The
round up.
wild part about it is Embiid had similar numbers. Obviously, he had more rebounds. But Embiid was averaging like 35, 12, and 6. He was the MVP when he got hurt.
Yeah.
So if Luka's numbers ain't that far, how does he end up 3rd place? And it wasn't like the Sixers was just like number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. So I don't know, man.
I don't know, man.
Every year it's like, oh, this is Luka's year, and then Luka ended up being 4th, 5th, 6th, 3rd.
Having the best odds to win it every year. Like, they give him the best every year.
Yeah.
Like, I
so
hope.
At what point do you slide him down the odds and then he ends up winning?
Man, put Luka at like plus 1,000 next year instead of plus 550 like I normally be doing.
Or minus something.
Minus
like,
750. Like,
I don't know. Well, we'll see.
I'll take Luka's odds for.
I'm not saying give him one just to give him one, but if he didn't get it this year, it's gonna be, I don't know, man. It's gonna be tough because players are gonna keep getting better and better. Like Ant.
Oh, yeah.
After this playoff run, no matter how this playoff run ends, Ant is gonna be in a different mode next year, especially coming off the Olympics.
Sure, superstar now.
Book is not gonna like the way this season ended for them.
Yeah.
Tatum, at a certain point, he's just gonna be like, you know what, bump it. I'm the god. Like, I'm tired of being put in different conversations because of how much talent. That's what my team. Like, I know I got Jaylen Brown next to me. I'm gonna show everybody that I'm better than him. I'm better than y'all. Wemby, at a certain point, his numbers, you're not even gonna be able to talk. Like, he's gonna be averaging 25, 12, 5, and like 4.
Yeah.
So like it's gonna be really hard to make a case for certain players. I'll be back next year. Like, and when Ja came back this year, like first game, like game winner bucket, like we on that type of time. Like, I'm just saying, like it's not gonna be easy for Luka.
It ain't be easy, bro.
Let alone get one.
Yeah.
For him to get multiple, he gonna have to run him off quick, boy, because he ain't got a lot of time. I mean, he's got a lot of time because he's like 26, but shit. By like year 4, Wemby might just rack him up like 4-5 in a row, like it's 2K. So he'll be racking up defensive player of the years too, because we're gonna be averaging like 4-5 blocks a game.
I'm about to say, I think next year it says like.
And I'm mad. They never get one now.
I think they probably didn't want to give it to him as a rookie, but
shoot, look at them numbers when he on the court and when he off the court. Talk about a drastic difference. Them boys bottom 10. He on the court. They top 10.
Come on now.
That boy can close out on the 3 and then go in and block the shot. Or block the rebound and put back. Like,
I done seen so many crazy sequences from Wemby this season, bro.
He really does some like the sequence he had against Cleveland. I'll never forget, bro.
You saw the video of like the Nike commercial with the fan sitting in the cornfield with the logo. It's the same fan that was like looking crazy in the crowd whenever he like had the that transition dunk.
Yeah, that's.
I was like,
he was like this, and it was like, oh, okay, turned it over. Like, what?
He was just like,
he's like, oh, layup, wait, nah, dunk, boom. Like, I can't even imagine being able to do that, bro.
Just listen. When Wemby caught his putback from the 3, I knew he was in a world of trouble.
bro.
I knew he was in a world of trouble. I knew they opened up Area 51.
I'm telling you, bro, he scored 13 points in like
Wait, no, Area 51 is in
a
Nevada.
minute.
Area 51 in Texas too, but no, it's in Nevada. So
He came down, got a three, a post fade, came down, hit a pull up three in transition. I'm like, nah, bro, shit. Like, this ain't even right, bro. Like,
yeah, no.
bro, 7'5", 7'6", coming down, hitting pull up threes, hitting double cross behind the back, step back. Like, what?
Unbelievable.
Nah,
And it's gonna get crazier too. I mean, Wimby 7'4", and then you got like guys like Chet, and it's like some other guys that are like gonna have that same just built like that mold where like just as a tall like forward or big, same kind of stature. You know, wait, how tall is Cooper Flag?
he's like 6'10". He's gonna be more so in the mold like Cat. Not like I'm talking about
He's
like
6'9".
oh well then he more like Tatum.
Yeah, I mean,
Tatum like 6'8", 6'9".
I feel like he'd be like a small forward, small forward, power forward. I was about to say shoot forward,
He gotta play the four, bro.
but he'll probably play the four. But I mean,
he could probably play the three.
he has the athleticism to play the three though.
Because Michael Porter Jr. plays the three, so Cooper
Yeah,
Flag.
he'd be like a
Yeah,
KD. I hate to use that. I hate to use a comparison with every tall person, every tall skinny like guy.
Don't
But
say KD. Don't say KD.
I'm just saying like that kind of like small forward. KD's like what 6'9", 6'10".
Yeah, they say
That's
he's
what I'm saying though. This is not the Brandon Ingram comparison.
That's what you mean.
Whenever Brandon Ingram with the Duke, and everybody was like, "Oh, he's the next KD because he's skinny." It's not like it's that. I'm saying
Because he was a gifted scorer too, though.
yeah, and people are just like, "Oh, he's skinny. He can score. He's good. He's the next KD."
Cooper Flag don't look nothing like KD.
I'm saying, but he can have the kind of role like a 4, like a 3-4, whatever that is athleticism that has good athleticism, can put the ball on the floor and dribble, and can defend.
I want to see if he blocking shots like that at Duke.
I do too. I want to say he got a long way to go. Like he still got
some 7
I
block.
know what he was doing last year in Peach Jam was insane. I hope it translates to Duke.
I need to see it.
Not even as a fan. I'm just saying as a basketball fan.
See it. As a fan, I need to see it. What?
No, I'm saying not. No, I'm saying not as a Duke fan.
Not
As a fan of basketball. Yeah. Like bias aside, I want to see. I want to see him live up to the hype.
Why is dog right here, bro?
All right. Moving on to these second round matchups. So let's start with the first one. And the Minnesota Timberwolves are now up 2-0 up against the defending champion Denver Nuggets, which is insane. They got two wins in a row, 2 commanding wins in a row.
In Denver.
Ant dropped 43 in game 1. They win by 26 in game 2.
Cat.
Without Rudy Gobert.
Without Rudy Gobert.
Without Rudy Gobert. The
Gilbert.
player of the year.
Oh, wait. That just reminded me. Before we get into the second round talk, Patrick Beverly. I got it.
I'm going to give you the floor.
First of all, to throw the ball at a woman in the crowd. Crazy. Not once. Twice.
I'm sorry to laugh there, but that's wild.
Twice. And then you go back to the locker room, and a woman got a microphone there, and you say, "Hey, are you subscribed to the pod?" She laughs, like, nah. Like, all right, so get your microphone on my face. But what? And then, someone else starts to ask a question. He pushes the mic out of his face again. Like, oh, you're not subscribed to my pod, so you can't. What? How important do you think you are to be? And not even that. Even if you was that important, to treat somebody with that kind of disrespect just because they're not subscribed to your weak ass podcast is crazy. What are we learning? Listening to a Pat Babcock podcast episode. Who the whitest black players in the league are? Who the blackest white players in the league are? That's what we learning? We not learning nothing. Listen to Pat Bub podcast. We got way too many great podcasts. Who?
You listen to Pat Bev's pod?
No.
Me neither.
I've seen clips. I've literally seen clips of him talking about the best white or the top 5 white black players in the league. Or whitest black players in the league. Like Tyler Hero. Oh, he's a white black player. Or he's a black white player. Like, and then he called like Miles Turner, Jared Allen. He called them like black white players. Or white black players.
That was
like, what? Like, what are we doing? And then him and I think it was him and Jared back and forth. And it's like, what do you gain? Or I know with Mo Bamba. Him and Mo Bamba went back and forth. I'm like, what do you gain from doing stuff like that on a platform? Like, bro, just goofy. Bro, been goofy. And just to show that level of disrespect to somebody when you drop 6 points in 40 minutes in an elimination game, you got some nerve. You got some nerve to think somebody cares about you that much. To be like, oh, it's just Pat Bev. No. If Draymond say you wildin', you wildin'.
Yeah, that's crazy.
ESPN said, that's cool. Don't come on none of our stuff. You done with us. And I'm glad. Because that woman ain't deserve that disrespect. And she handled it like a champ in the moment. She laughed it off. She backed up. She walked away from the situation. But that should have never happened. He should have never hit the lady in the stands with the ball. He should have never been disrespectful to that woman in the locker room. And for all the dudes that was in the circle that didn't stand up for her, y'all weak as hell too. Y'all just sat there and laughed while he talking about, nah, you ain't subscribed to my podcast. Like, bro, ain't nobody, bro, come on, bro. Ain't nobody doing it, bro. Stop. Ain't nobody listening to that shit, man. Get out of here, bro. But we can get back to the second round, bro.
Well, I said that man Nick Wright unloaded the clip on that boy.
Shout out Nick Wright just for that.
That's the
only thing. I don't really rock with Nick Wright like that. For that one, yes. Well deserved.
Yeah. What were you saying though? Oh, second round. Timberwolves put on a defensive masterclass in that game too. Shout out to that defense. Shout out to it's Nikhil Alexander Walker, Nas Reed, providing valuable contribution, as well as Ant Edwards, Carl Towns, Jay McDaniels, Mike Conley. Really some defensive juggernauts, man. They really gave the defending champs a run for their money.
Shit, more than a run for their money, they taking their money. They taking their money. Like, give me a lunch money. They Deboing them right now.
Yeah.
They got boys throwing heating pads on the court.
Yeah, that's insane, bro.
That's OD, bro.
That's insane. Somebody can get seriously hurt. Like
Jamal tripping, bro. Mid play?
Yeah.
Mid play?
On a heating pad out, bro.
That's weak, bro. That's weak.
I feel like that's a suspendable offense.
If they weren't down 0-2, I feel like he got suspended.
Like, I'm not calling for a suspension, but I'm saying I feel like it's a suspendable offense.
They didn't suspend him.
Like, they got fined $100K.
Yeah, that's hefty, boy. That's a lot of money. I don't care how much money you got. $100K is a lot, boy. $100K is a lot, boy. Especially with the way they be taxed. They get taxed and stuff. Yeah, that's a lot of money, bro. That ain't just no pretty penny. Like, they fined Gobert for saying that the ref was betting on the game. They fined him $100K a couple months ago because he said the ref was betting on the game. He made a little like He's
I thought it was Mark
helping,
Donahue.
huh?
It was Mark
Pretty
Donahue.
much. Pretty much.
That
They,
document.
they find that boy $100K. I said, damn, it's a lot of money, bro. That's a lot of money. But yeah, man.
Them boy took care of business. Blood in game 2. Just really love the energy
White
from.
Dante.
They really love the energy from this team and seeing that they are hungry as ever for that chip, led by Anthony Edwards, who is I love Anthony Edwards like attitude and energy and just performance in these playoffs. He's been really humble about this. He's been talking, he's been popping his ish, but he's been humble while doing so. People call him the face of the league. He's like, nah, that ain't me. He said, I gotta chill with these MJ comparisons or whatever. And he's like, you can tell he's still in the mindset of like, yo, like job's not finished. Like we still got games to play. We still are after something here. Like whatever. And even the day I saw a clip where they were talking about how like, yeah, he's kind of eclipsing the OGs or whatever, playing against KD. And the reporter was trying to say that Jamal Murray was an OG. Jamal Murray's still in his 20s. Yeah, I know. He was like, yeah, Jamal's been in the league a little longer than you. Do you like how does it feel, like going up against the OGs or whatever? He's like, Jamal ain't no OG. Jamal like 27, 20.
I was gonna say Jamal came in the league in 15, 16?
Exactly. So he's like Jamal like 27, 28, whatever. Like he ain't no OG. Like he a
Or
little older, but he ain't no OG on like KD.
they was only a few years from playing in high school, so it's not
Yeah.
like
So he's like KD like 35. That's different, bro. Like, I'm not even gonna try to do like that's not even this. I'm not. He said I'm not rocking with you doing that. He told the reporter that. He's like, I'm not rocking. I'm not rocking with that. So I was like, okay, like it's cool to see someone respect. It's cool to see someone respectfully disrespect their competitors, though. And when I say disrespect, I mean like drop 43 on the road and lead their team to a 26-point victory on the road and take a commanding 2-0 lead in this series. Going back to the crib. Got the defending champions back against the rope. This has been a great series.
They have completely locked down Jamal Murray through 2 games.
Yep.
In game 2, he shot 3 of 18. Jokic had, I think, 16 points. I think Mike Porter Jr. maybe had 12. So I think he's 9 and 12. So when you're able to hold those 3 players to just that amount of points when they don't have a lot coming off that bench, you're not really expecting Aaron Gordon to give you a crazy game, even though I think he gave him like 18 or 19. And then KCP only gave him like 5, maybe. It's gonna be tough to win if you can't get a little bit more from the other guys because they are making sure. And I don't know how injured Jamal Murray's calf is. I do know that it's close to not playing Game 5 against the Lakers. And hopefully, there's a stretch. Or they played Monday night, they won't play until Friday night. So hopefully he's able to get some rest, recovery on that. But this could get real ugly if they don't figure out a way to score on this Minnesota defense. It's not impossible, but with the way this defense is playing, with the way Jaden McDaniels is defending, the way Nickeil Alexander-Walker is defending, I'm talking 94 feet, like hounding, like not giving nobody space, like Cat playing straight up on Jokic, and Rudy Gobert playing, a great roller or a great in between of Jokic, the rim, and Aaron Gordon. There was a play, I think it was game 1, where I want to say it was like under 5 minutes in the fourth quarter, where Jokic usually catches the ball off a short roll, catches it inside the paint, and he lobs it to Aaron Gordon. And 9 times out of 10, I think it's a dunk. Rudy Gobert knocked it away, and it was like, whoa, like that. It's gonna be that kind of series. So it's really gonna be interesting to see how they're able to respond. They're going to Minnesota, And we have seen teams take 2-0 leads and then come back and lose the series. But I don't know, man. Minnesota just feels different right now. OKC does a little bit, but we might get the matchup that you've been wanting. We might get the shit matchup.
Exactly.
With the way the way they are, I don't know. They just kind of feel destined right now. Like,
bro, I feel like it's been a momentum shift, like some type of like
they feel like the best team.
Big swing momentum shift. Like it, yeah. They're playing with that attitude.
They feel like the best team in the league right now.
Yeah.
Like, I think, like, if they play Boston, I think I'm taking them.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. I don't want to say without a doubt, but I'm saying like I think
a healthy Celtics.
I think the winner of this series, you can crown them champs.
Oh,
I know it's a bold statement.
You just giving it away like that?
It's a bold. Hey, yo. But that's just how I feel. I just feel like whoever comes out the West, and I think is going to be between these two teams that come out the West, they got what it takes to beat Boston, and Boston comes out the East. And I'm not even saying Boston guaranteed to come out the East because the Knicks are looking really good. They're kind of battling right now with the Pacers, but I'm not comfortably saying that Boston coming out the East.
They coming out the East.
They're expected to come out the East. I'll say that, but I'm not. I'm saying it's not going to be easy that they come out the East.
The Knicks do not have enough scoring to beat the Celtics.
Also, think with Mitchell Robinson being out, that does hurt them a little bit. Shoot, a lot of hurt them a good bit.
Honestly, Hartenstein's been better than him, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, he has for sure. Without a doubt, Hartenstein has been a better big. Without a doubt.
I'm not mad at Achua coming off the bench and potentially guarding Al Horford. I like that matchup for him.
Yeah.
Honestly. Now, I'm not saying that I think Precious Achua is gonna cook or nothing like that. Not, absolutely not. I just mean like stepping out and defending that.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, good shot, OG. I just think if you look at it from a matchup perspective,
yeah,
like New York has defenders. They have players that can that can hassle, but what Miles Turner? What are you doing? Boston has like if Boston's healthy, they have 5 players that can give you 30. 5. Like
5.
There's no other team that has 5 players that can give you 30.
I mean,
Drew can give you 30. Derek White can give you 30.
Derek White is giving him 30.
Tatum can give you 60. Jaylen Brown can give you 50. Porzingis can give you 40. Like, who are you locking in on to try to stop? Because, and they shoot so many threes, it's like, pick your poison for it. You just gotta hope they miss it.
Yeah.
And you know how star players are when they play in MSG.
About to say, everybody go to MSG, go hoop.
They don't want that. Come on now.
Everybody go to MSG to hoop, man. I can't say what I used to say because the boy, hey, the boys in blue hooping. But yeah. Back to Wolves and Nuggets though. What do the Nuggets got to change going forward for games 2 and 3? I mean games 3 and 4.
Everything.
Yeah, it starts by making shots for them. They shot what? They shot. Where is it? I wrote it down. Oh, right here. I need to do a better job outlining my notes. They shot 34.9% from the field in game 3.
You said what?
Said the Nuggets shot 34.9% from the field in game 3. I mean, not 3, game 2. Game 2.
Yes, that's pretty bad.
Murray shot, I want to say 18%.
He shot 3 of 18, so that sounds about right.
Yeah.
First, you gotta find a way to get Jamal Murray comfortable. You gotta find a way to get him good looks.
Yeah.
Because all of his looks have been tough. There are shots that he can make and shots that he has made. But if that's what the shots you're relying on him making over length of Jaden McDaniels, over size and speed and athleticism of Nickeil Alexander-Walker, it's gonna be a long series. You gotta find a way to slow down and make Jaden McDaniels, guys like Mike Conley, make those players more of a focal point on offense. And then you got to find a ways to get Jokic too. Like, and I'm not saying that Denver can't do this. Mike Malone's a great coach, so I would be surprised if he could. But you probably got to get Jokic on the move a little bit more, some off ball screens to get him, running to the rim, get him a head start. Michael Porter Jr.'s got to make some shots. He played really good in the first game, struggling in the second game. But for Denver, it comes down to Jamal, because even if Jokic drops 40 or 50, if Jamal is shooting 5 of 20, then it ain't really gonna matter unless Minnesota not hitting no shots. Like, this is the time. This is the first bit of adversity that they've had in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
I'll say since the bubble, for real, because when they played the Clippers, when they played the Suns 2 years ago, or was it 3 years ago at this point? 3 years ago, they didn't have Jamal. And then when they played the Warriors 2 years ago, they didn't have Jamal or MPJ. So there was no pressure. You weren't expected to win those series. Last year, you were expected to win. You won your series. You won every series. You beat Minnesota in 5. You beat Phoenix in 6. You beat LA in 4. And then you beat Miami in 5. So you didn't really go through any adversity last season, or last playoffs, I should say. And then this year, first round, you went in 5. I would say there was some adversity because they had to come back down from 20 in a game, and they had to hit a couple, buzzer beater shots or a couple of game winners. But I think even then they knew at some point they were going to be fine. They can't do that in this series. This ain't the team where you can be like, yeah, we'll just walk them down. Nah, I don't think you will. And you got to get something from guys like Peyton Watson, Christian Brown, Reggie Jackson. I'm not saying they got to go out there and all drop 15, but they got to be threats when they're on the court. You gotta make them respect you on the court, because if you're on the court and they don't respect you, you're a detriment to Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr., Jokic. Like, those guys can't eat if you're not respected, because we could play 3 feet off you and we know you're not gonna shoot, and if you do, you really with us, it's a turnover. That's what they say in Westbrook shoot. So, but hey, if they don't win both of these games, I think the series is over.
Obviously.
I'm saying, like,
they don't win both, as in, like, okay.
If they go back down, they go back to Denver 3-1.
Yeah.
They win game 5 and then they lose game 6. I think they come back down from 3-1 against this team.
No.
And if they lose game 3, it's definitely a wrap.
Listen, these are probably the hardest 2 games of their careers. Like, going into Minnesota, who's packed the house in the first round, and they play good at the crib. Play damn good at the crib.
Yeah, hey, it might be a real taking of the torch.
Yeah,
like ain't nobody passing it. Like,
give me that.
ATL type man. Like,
yeah. Fitting, because Anna's from ATL.
Yeah.
But yeah. Speaking
Trey
of,
said he was there. Trey said he was supposed to be there.
You said Trey
said he's supposed to be doing this in ATL.
Oh.
Cause I think Atlanta tried to trade up for the first pick that year, but they
Boy,
obviously missed.
boy, and Edwards in Atlanta.
He'd be
They might
doing.
be better off that he's not in Atlanta. I'll say
They're,
that
they're definitely better off, respectfully.
respectfully.
What man? I need to see Trae Young in a different spot because
Hey, he might be a future Laker.
I wouldn't like that.
I mean, hey,
He,
you can't
he need
like
the ball
it. Might be what's needed.
in his hands. LeBron need the ball in his hands. Austin Reed need the ball in his hands. It's too many, dude. I mean, Austin Reed wouldn't be.
I mean, Trey can facilitate. Let him leave. I said Trey can facilitate.
That don't mean he don't need the ball in his hands though. He gotta have the ball in his hands to get them assists.
Plus, Trey Young ain't the only solution to that Lakers team though. They still employing some players that they shouldn't be.
Well, they still getting cooked defensively if they get Trae Young. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Trey Young is not the sole answer to the Lakers. Like it's that roster gonna have to go through.
Still losing to Denver.
That roster is gonna have to go through a serious facelift.
You're still losing to Denver because Jamal is cooking Trae Young.
I love the Shannon Sharp meme. He was like greens, mac and cheese, oxtails, smoked that bones.
Oh yeah.
Like naming his plate, you're like, yeah. And when I come to Indy, I like to come here. Like
OG got 28. Now that's what they would need in the Boston series.
28?
Yeah. 10 of 18 shooting too. That's what you would need in the Boston series. You need OG to be more than OG.
Mm.
You can't have no 16 points per game OG and expect to beat Boston. But you gotta get past Indiana first. I mean, I disrespect.
No, that's a fact. Matter of fact, let's stay on the topic of the Knicks. Jalen Brunson dropped 40 in 4 straight games.
Again.
I got a question for you.
Word to Michael Beasley. Do it again. Have you seen them videos, bro? Do it again. Do it again. Nah, Michael Beasley is actually hilarious, bro. He said, people ain't scared to be great. They scared because they got to be great again. I said, oh my God, that's a bar. I ain't gonna lie. He said, I ain't gonna say do it. Once you do it, I'm gonna tell you to do it again. Hey, he's had some crazy one-liners. I'm like, yo, this dude.
Oh yeah, I saw like the whole reel of like just like the sound bites he's had.
Yes, some crazy punchlines, bro.
Yeah,
crazy.
But yeah, no.
He says Friga was like, I ain't never heard of that. And he said, you ain't heard a lot of stuff. I'm like, dang, bro, it's like that. But go ahead, bro.
But yeah, no. Like I was saying, Jalen Brunson dropped 40 points in 4 straight playoff games.
Do it again.
Or the highest amount of points since Michael Jordan in a what 5 game stretch in the playoffs. I want to say.
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson is a top point guard in the league. Point guard, I should say. Point guard.
Point guard.
You wrote it down.
What do you consider Shea?
I'd say Shea's a point guard.
What do you consider Luka?
Point guard.
Top 4?
I got him top 5.
I would say Steph, Luka, Shea, Brunson. No order. That's the 4. That's the 4. 5. I feel like I'm gonna miss somebody. Ja's the one that's popping in my head. Ooh. OG, no. That looked bad.
Damn, let me get this shit. I got back from commercial break, man. Chill.
That looked bad.
Ooh.
Oh, nah.
Oh, I see. Ooh.
Nah. I hope it's just like a Charlie horse. That looked bad. Oh my gosh, that looked bad. Did they not see he's hurt?
Right. Oh.
He can't even get up. He can't even
Hey,
get down
I'm
the
playing
court.
55 right now.
Why didn't y'all call a timeout, bro?
They're playing 4-on-5 right now. They don't even realize it. They're playing 4-on-5 right now. They
God.
get back into the game.
Oh my God. He couldn't even get down the court. Oh, that was disgusting, bro. Oh.
I didn't realize now because he fouled him. Oh, wow. Okay, Obi.
Ooh. Ooh, that looks bad in slow-mo.
I'm not even about to watch that. But, yeah, I
Wow.
was saying Brunson is top 5, in my opinion. I will put him 4 as well, probably. Ja is my 5th guy.
That's what I was thinking. Let me make sure I'm not tripping. Let me make sure I'm not tripping because
I was trying to think of who else. I know you got Halliburton.
Book played the point this year.
Yeah. I know you got Halliburton out there. You got Book, like you mentioned. You
You
got
got Dame.
Dame. You got
So let's.
De'Aaron Fox.
I
Uh,
say Josh 5. Josh 5.
I'm still saying Ja 5, but just to name some other guards out there.
But this season he wouldn't be 5 because he didn't play the season.
He didn't play the season,
I
but
mean he did, but he did. So based off this season, I would be more inclined to lean towards De'Aaron Fox than Dame.
okay.
And I would say Halliburton, but his last 2 to 3 month stretch was not very good.
Yeah, that wasn't pretty.
So I would say either Maxey or De'Aaron Fox. But yeah, man, Jalen Brunson is ever since that 2020, I want to say 2022 playoff run where Luka was hurt and they played against the Jazz,
Yep.
him and Dinwiddie. I mean, a lot more Brunson, but Brunson was doing his thing that series. And the only reason they had a chance to win that series when Luka came back is because they won games without Luka.
Yeah, he was big. And
So
that's why he got.
If you looked at that, then you knew he could do stuff like this. But
Yeah.
I don't think anybody could tell you that they saw Jalen Brunson being like this.
Oh no, I don't even think the Knicks would tell you that when they signed him in. Because of his contract. He has one of the more franchise friendly contracts out there. Like,
yeah,
he's getting what, maybe like 20 something a year.
That would be crazy. Let me look.
Because I think his contract's on like for like 100 mil or something crazy like that.
Wow. 4-year, 104. Wow.
Yeah, he getting 20 mil. Wow.
That is a bargain.
Yeah, but I don't think anybody.
Average
Knicks
of
fans, Knicks fans, Knicks organization. Anybody but Jalen and Rick Brunson knew that Jalen Brunson was going to be this guy.
It goes down every year, bro.
Damn.
He's got a player option next year.
Okay.
And this year he's making $24 million. And then next year he would make $24 million again. So his first year was $27 million, then $26 million. And then the next 2 years he makes 24. So they'll probably extend him this summer.
Oh yeah.
And he will get 200 million.
Yeah.
He's getting 200 million.
Yeah.
No way he doesn't. Especially if he makes All NBA. He might be. I'd have to look, but he might be eligible for Supermax if he gets All NBA this year. I'd have to look.
You think a guy his age has something to do with that? I mean, he is in his later 20s.
You mean like his contract or what?
Yeah, like him getting that big of a contract because I don't even want to put a limit on how, like, I don't even want to play that game of how long can he play at this level, you know? Like,
he's only 28.
That's what I'm saying. He's only
in his prime?
He is in his prime, yes.
So why wouldn't you give him why wouldn't you extend him to where he's 30?
I mean, normally you give like max contracts. Normally those guys, well, I'm trying to think.
Jimmy just got a max contract like 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
He's what, 35 now? He would be 38, 39 if they extend him again this summer.
I don't know. I just know age is a factor in these conversations. Like
his game ain't based off athleticism, so I don't feel like that's the issue.
Yeah.
And unless they think that this year is an anomaly, which I don't think.
Boy, Brunson that wouldn't be Brunson's friend, boy.
Was he not third team All NBA last year?
Let's see. Was he? Oh.
Because if he was third team All NBA last year, he's possibly first team All NBA this year. He was top 5 in MVP voting. I don't see a world where that changes. I don't see a world where he gets worse.
Honestly, I don't either. I don't either. But I just know it is a topic of discussion when talking about contracts. It just says he's the one-time All-Star in his basketball reference. I don't see anything about him being third.
Last year. Well, he's making All NBA for sure this year. I don't think that's a conversation with him though, because he's 28. It would be different if he was, and it's not like he's played a ton of minutes. Like he played 4 years at Villanova, and it wasn't like I mean, obviously he played a good bit of minutes, and then his first 4 or 5 years in Dallas, he was coming off the bench, so it's not like he was playing 40 minutes a night. Now he is this year, but because he's playing for Tom Thibodeau, but I don't think that's unless he gets some catastrophic injury.
No, Julius was third team last year.
But knock on wood, hopefully that doesn't happen. But I don't think there's a reason to not pay him due to his age. He's only 28. Like he's in the middle of his prime right now. Now, if he was 33, sure we can have that conversation. But at 28, I don't think that's especially when it's New York. You couldn't get nobody to come there anyway. You gotta pay him, bro. Fuck all that. Like I ain't looking at no age when it comes. Like what he's done since he's got there, back-to-back playoff runs, could have been the conference finals last year. Probably going to the conference finals this year. Like, pay that man, pay him. Like I don't think this is an Isaiah Thomas situation. Like Jalen Brunson, respectfully, he's a better player than Isaiah Thomas. Obviously, Isaiah Thomas, a lot of his was due to injuries, but
yeah.
Jalen Brunson, like he showed the last 2 seasons, 3 seasons that he's like that. He's only gotten better each year. Like, he got better than he was last year. A lot of people thought that's where he was going to stay. He was going to be in that kind of realm. A lot of people thought, oh, he's going to be, a solid point guard, and he's going to make the right plays. He's going to get them into the no. He's going to be their best player. He's going to be a top 15 player in the league. At this point, got to be top 15. Off the top of the head, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm thinking so as well, man.
I don't know how you would say 15 players are better than him this season. I mean, obviously he's gonna be top 15. He was all NBA, so yeah.
I'll say yeah, he'll probably be top.
They'll probably go Luka Shea. Well, actually,
if we go through and look at it,
it's positionless.
Top 15, closer to top 10.
So first team All NBA will be Jokic, Shea, Luka. Giannis, probably.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, it's between Brunson, Tatum. And I wouldn't be surprised if they went Brunson because it's positionless. So
is it positionless?
So then the next team, Tatum would just be on that. But either way, he's making first or second team. If he makes anything,
he's making an All NBA team. Yeah.
If he makes anything lower than second team, it's disrespectful.
Yes.
But if he finished top 5 in MVP voting, that gives me the feeling that he made first team All NBA.
Yeah.
Like if you would have told me 3 years ago that Jalen Brunson was gonna make first team All NBA, I'd have laughed in your face.
Top 5 in MVP voting.
Top 5 in MVP voting. What? And it's not even like he's a bad player. It's like super surprising. It's just like to see how quickly it happened.
Yeah.
It was like boom, all-star. Boom.
Like
All NBA. Like, whoa. Okay. But yeah, this series, I don't know. It feels like it should be a good series. And depending on how OG
Knicks Pacers, man, go back to the 90s.
Depending on this OG injury.
Yeah.
And Jalen Brunson hurt his foot earlier in this game, but he came back, obviously. So those are 2 things to monitor. But if New York gets to the conference finals, then I think it's gonna be a very interesting series. I think Boston wins, but I think the Knicks give them some of the same issues that Miami did last year in years. Outside of this year, I think they cause some of the same problems.
Yeah, I believe so as well, man. I think Celtics got them beat matchup wise, but as you mentioned, yeah, they'll give them more for their money.
And this isn't to just credit Cleveland either, because obviously they've only played one game, but
Celtics are the favorite.
the Celtics just seem like in the East at least they're just overmatched. They're too good for anybody on that side.
Yeah.
There's just too much talent over there. But if Cleveland can play their best, they have a chance.
Oh no, for sure.
You got to get Garland, Mitchell,
Game.
Mobley, all to play really, really well. They all three have to play at a high level. You can't have one or two of them to be able to be a team that has 5 players that could have been, could have made an All-Star.
Yeah.
Like, you just can't. And then for the Thunder, man, the Thunder are playing with so much confidence. They looked like Florida Gulf Coast last night.
Yes.
They looked like Dunk City. I feel like every time I looked up, Chet was hanging on the rim. Jalen Williams was hanging on the rim. Shea was on the rim. I'm like, these boys just dunking everything.
Yeah.
I mean, Chet had a couple where I was like, whoa. Like, he came off one, caught at the free throw line. I was like, okay, Shaq, let me see something. I was like, oh.
Boy going crazy.
They literally look like Brett Comer and them at Dunk City, Florida Gulf Coast. I said,
yeah,
they
the boy got a different energy about them, man. The boy got it, bro.
I think both the Thunder.
I'm not trying to cut the Mavs out either, though.
I think that the Thunder and the Wolves both smell blood, and I'm not saying
young energy, bro.
And I'm not saying that they think it's easy or but they feel a moment like, oh my God, if we get through this series, one of us has a chance to go win a championship. Like, they both have to feel really good about playing the other team potentially in the next round. And obviously we're getting ahead of ourselves because the Thunder and the Mavs have played one game and there's only 2 games in the Thunder or in the Wolves and Nugget series. But this is just looking hypothetically into the future. Obviously, the Mavs can come back and win game 2 and it's a whole different series. But I do think the Thunder and the Mavs both cause each other some problems that they both have to figure out. I think the Mavs play a little bit more methodical, especially when Luka's on the court. That boy Jalen Brunson, bro. They play a lot more methodical when Luka's on the court and when he's running the show. And then once Kyrie is out there, once Kyrie is like the main guy out there, they're running fast. They're getting on the fast break. So I think they have to find a way to do both of those. But you don't want to get in a super fast, heavy, fast-paced game with the OKC team because that's where they excel because they're a young team that likes to run. So you have to do both of those things. And I do think Luka has to get better shots. I think he's struggled in the playoffs so far with the shooting percentage. And it's not that he can't make the shots that he's shooting. It's like, hey, if you get some easier looks, those tough shots those tough shots are gonna fall. But it just seems like so many of his shots are tough shots right now. And it's like, if you just get a couple easy ones, everything opens up. So, and I do think this could be a series where Chet really is able to cook. Honestly, I think that's not saying that Daniel Gafford's a bad player, but he's going from Valanciunas, who was just a bruiser and just trying to fight down low, where it is with Gafford, who's just trying to out jump you, trying to out athleticism you, and Chet can compete with that. So I think Chet is the X factor for the Thunder in this series. And then PJ Washington for the Mavericks. I think if PJ Washington can do what he did, do some of what he did in the LA Clippers series defensively and still knock down some threes, then they're in a good position.
Yeah. PJ Washington was definitely a big help for them in that series, man. Being an impact player coming from Charlotte. I know when he was in Charlotte, a lot of A lot of teams kind of wanted him. A lot of teams talked about him being a trade target.
We got him. PJ and Bam.
Listen, bro, that kind of player, that kind of athleticism at that size, and being able to get to the rim,
Like that.
defend the way he's able to defend, like he's a guy on a team that can help you win a championship. So, yeah, definitely a big X factor for the Mavericks in this series. But I think game 2, Mavericks gonna have to they gonna have to show up. Like we need a big scoring output from both Kyrie and Luka. I want to say we. I'm saying the world. Yeah.
That's
Yeah. I don't want to be that guy to be like we like I'm on a team. I'm not that person. But
hey, it's Kyrie team. He on their team.
hey, relax on me. But no, it's just wasn't the biggest game from them because I mean in the Clippers series we did see Kyrie and Luka go off, both get 30 pieces of the game.
I was about to say, there's kind of just taking turns at a certain point.
Hey,
Now, Kyrie was
two of the
Kyrie,
best offensive, I would say the best offensive duo in the league at the moment.
I would say scariest.
Yeah, I mean, because they're both two of the best players in the league.
I'm still taking the duo. I just won the championship last
year. Okay, I'm not mad at that.
Now, if Luka and Kyrie played off one another more, if they ran with each other, 100%. Because
okay.
How are you guarding? Like that's what made Klay and Steph so good, is they could run off the same screen.
Yeah.
And make plays off of that.
Yeah.
Luka and Kyrie don't really run that much together.
No, it's really ISO.
Luka's a big body. Kyrie and Luka could run a pick and roll. They can run sets where they're running some screens to where they both come off some, like they can run some stuff. Luka or Jokic and Murray, they run sets. They run everything through those two. They make you guard both of them.
Yeah.
When Luka has the ball on one side, you can guard him with 2 or 3 different people.
Yeah.
And Kyrie just sitting on the other side, and vice versa. When Kyrie got the ball, Luka sitting on the other side. If they're running things together and making players guard them together, it's way more difficult. It's way more difficult to stop. But I would say they're the most dangerous because they can both give you 50.
Yeah.
They can both give you
60.
That's
where I'm coming from. Like they can both put up high numbers, and they're both two of the best closers in the game.
Yeah.
Bump the league.
I would say Tatum and Brown can do that too.
Yeah.
I would say so.
But we've seen more times where one has had to bail out the other though. It's not a lot of times I can really count that it's been both of them dropping 30 like in a game.
I would say the same thing for Luka and Kyrie. We don't have that big of a sample size for them.
Yeah.
Because when Luka went nuts, or when Kyrie went nuts in the Clippers series, Luka was struggling in that game. He either said it in the podium or at the podium, I have to be better for Kyrie. So it's not like they both. I mean, they did have the game 6 where they both. Was it game 6 or game 5? Yeah, game 6 where they both, had a good game. But I don't think there's been. Now there has been some in the regular season, but I don't think there's been a playoff game yet where we've seen both of them go 38 and 39, like when Kyrie and LeBron did.
Yeah.
But they have the ability to do that. That's what is so dangerous about them. That's why people are worried about them getting to a finals, getting to a conference finals, because how are you guarding both of them? But
oh my gosh,
with the sets that they run, it makes it easier to guard them.
Yeah,
it's just like when Chris Paul and James Harden were on the same team.
Yeah,
if James Harden got the ball, Chris Paul is not giving you anything because he's sitting, and he's gonna catch, and he's probably not gonna shoot that first 3. He's gonna try to find something with it, unless it's like 3 seconds on the shot clock. He's gonna shoot it.
Yep.
Like D-Wade and LeBron were a deadly duo because they played through each other. They ran sets through each other. They ran plays through each other. KD and Steph, KD and Russ, KD, Harden, and Kyrie all ran stuff through each other to make it more. But I just feel like when these coaches have Luka, and maybe it's Luka, they don't feel like they have to run the same kind of sets that they do for other stars. But in reality, if you did it for Luka, he would be that much more harder to defend. Because if you can get Luka coming off a pin down and he's coming off and he's catching the ball and he's going straight to the rim, full head of steam, how are you guarding that?
You can't guard that. You ain't guarding that.
Exactly.
Oh boy.
But you don't see that. He catches it up top, or he catches it on the mid post, or he catches it on the wing.
Yeah.
And he's just jab, looking around. All right, now I'm gonna try to attack, or set the high pick and roll, or set the pick and roll.
Game in his face.
Getting a switch, shooting a step back, or getting to the rim, getting fouled. Like,
and with Kyrie,
they got to be more variety.
Yeah,
and I think that's what's missing for Dallas. I think OKC knows that. OKC's like, try to get your switch. I'm cool with having Chet out there.
Yep.
I'm cool with having J-Dub out there. I'm cool with having Lou Dort out there. The only one that they probably wouldn't want out there is Josh Giddey. But even then, you have so much size and so much length on the defensive end that you can help him out. Like, all right, if he's going to shoot a step back three over Josh Giddey, we're living with that. You got to live with it, for real. Like, I'm living with that step back three from 35 feet. I'm living. I don't want to say 35. You don't be shooting 35, but you know what I mean. Like, if you're going to shoot a spot out there, shoot it. Because you shooting a step back three, you might make two of those. The rest you're going to miss, and we're winning that possession because you shot that and missed it. So, I don't know, man. I definitely think they're a dangerous duo. But these other duos run through each other and run plays through each other. And that's what makes them such a well-oiled machine. Like, that's what made Phoenix struggle so much.
Yeah.
If Bradley, Bill, Booker, and KD are running sets and coming off of pin downs and coming off of different screens, you're not guarding them, bro. You're not. But that's why it didn't make sense to go get a defensive coach and then bring in Bradley Beal. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
You can't bring in a defensive coach and bring in three offensive-minded stars. That just doesn't make any sense. And you didn't even put no defensive personnel around. You gave him Yusuf Nurkic and Grayson Allen. Like, Grayson Allen, they didn't need more players to stretch the floor. They already stretched the floor themselves. They all three can shoot the three ball. So it's like, I don't know, man. Some of these teams and some of these offenses are just not ran very well. And I don't know, it's just weird. Like, you have all this talent and you decide to just and again, it could be Luka. It may not be Jason Kidd, but I think if it's not Jason Kidd, it's got to be both. I don't want to say it's just Jason Kidd or it's just Luka, because we've seen some of the same things, and that's why Rick Carlisle wanted to leave. But I don't know, man. At a certain point, you got to make it a little bit easier for Luka, because we've seen what happened with Harden every time we got to the same point of the playoffs. Is those shots got tougher and tougher. His legs got more tired and more tired, and by the end of those games, just like when he was playing against the Clippers the last two playoff series that they played, he was giving them boys 40 through three quarters. He gets to the fourth quarter, he scores like 3 points. Because he's dead tired by the fourth quarter, because every shot that he gets, he's working hard for it.
Yeah.
He don't get no easy buckets. Kyrie can get you an easy bucket because he can go, I'm by you. Like, I'm by you. Like, I'm gone. Luka is, they're on your body. You got to, like, it's tough. Everything is tough. Everything is physical. It's not, there's no easy buckets for Luka. Got to find a way to get those. Gotta find a way to get
it. Ain't easy, but he makes it look easy because of the way he controls it. It's insane. Like, it makes you plays at his speed.
Yeah, and that's the crazy part. Like, he averaged 34, 9, and 9 without easy shots, having to work for every single bucket.
Yeah.
So if you add that, how do you guard him? That's it. It just makes variety makes people more difficult to guard. That's it.
Yeah, like if you got a bag, I hate to use the word bag. I hate to be in the word bag talk, but for our viewers, listeners,
but
you got an arsenal of moves. You got different ways to score.
But even a bag, like Steph Curry isn't difficult to guard because of the way he handles the ball.
No,
he's difficult to guard because of when he doesn't have the ball.
Yeah, it's his shooting ability.
which like players like Trey and Steph or Trey and Luka could be a lot more dangerous, but they decide they don't like to get off the ball, and when they do, they're just standing still. If you just watch Steph play for 5 minutes, that dude does not stop running.
Why can't hard stuff, man?
Especially Trey. Why can't you do the same things?
Running to get open, bro. Like he
like
runs
running
screen here.
Running
again, running the screen there.
Running isn't a skill.
Just go to the elevator, the ball shot.
You're an NBA player. Run.
Yeah.
Like they make it like it's rocket science. Like
to be in condition to run.
Like they make it seem like it's rocket science. It's really not.
No.
And I'm not saying what Steph does is easy, because it's not. There's only one Stephen Curry. But the reason that he is Stephen Curry is because of what he does off. Oh my God, that boy tripping. Nobody was even playing. Is because of what he does when he doesn't have the ball in his hands. Like if Steph was a super ball dominant guard, he'd be easier to defend.
Yeah.
But he's not. He'll dribble for 3-4 seconds, throw the ball, fake one way, and come back for a dribble handoff just to get a 3-up or just to get to the rim and find somebody else. Like he's so difficult to guard that you would rather play 4-on-3. Think about that. He's so difficult to guard that defenses and coaches would rather play 4-on-3 than him have the ball in his hands or than him get a 3-point shot. That's crazy. That's crazy. And he's got to find a way to get looks up. And he does every single night. That's all I'm saying. If some of these other stars found easier ways to get shots, it would make their team way better.
Yeah. All right, man. So by the next time we record again, we'll probably be at game. The way I'm looking at it. So that means we'll have some game 5s that have been played, or we'll have some series that have been decided in 4 or 5. Depending on the results of tonight's games. What do you think? Do you think there'll be any series decided by the time we record again? If there'll be any sweeps, gentlemen sweeps?
I can see Boston and Cleveland.
Boston and Cleveland being a sweep?
I don't think no.
Or be in there.
I think Indiana pushes this to at least 6.
Okay. Boston advancing 4. Indiana.
I still think Thunder Mavs go 7.
Thunder Mavs go 7, indeed.
And then I still see Denver and Minnesota going 7 too.
Yeah, I can give a clearer opinion after the game 3, obviously. But
that boy cheating the system.
I know.
He said, after I know whether
in the system that I implied.
After I know whether or not they down 3-0, I'll give you the answer.
Right. So, if I were to make a guess right now, I would say that I think Denver wins game 3, and then Timberwolves win game 4. Is that Marbury? That is definitely Marbury. He damn on the court.
He on his John Starks.
Duh, but yeah, I think Denver wins game 3. I think Timberwolves win game 4. We'll probably be recording the day of game 5. The way I'm looking at it. And I think maybe Timberwolves in 5. I think I if I were to make a safe bet, I'll say 6. But I won't be surprised they get this at 5. Especially the way they look. I know I said Timberwolves in 7. But I won't be surprised if it's in 5.
Hey, I mean, I can't argue with that. They up 2-0 right now. So.
2-0 with 2 more.
That might be a wrap for game 2. We are the New York Knicks.
What else is there? I think Thunder and Mavs are going at least 6. And what's the other? Oh, Knicks Pacers. Knicks Pacers is going 6.
We are the New York Knicks. Orlando Magic. Shout out to the Magic.
Shout out to the Magic, man. We can't play.
Boys got to a game 7. That boy Jalen Suggs went stupid in game 6. I was in here. Play the music. Play the music.
You was waiting for it.
Game 6, and the boys, I ain't gonna lie, they kind of gave that game 7 away, but it's all right.
Yeah. I'm gonna say it was close in that third, I believe, and then fourth. We go.
Cleveland just walked them down.
Yeah.
They could not buy a bucket. I'm like, dang, y'all can't get one, bro. Y'all can't get one bucket to quarter momentum. Not one, bro. They couldn't get one. Shout out to the Magic, man. Fantastic season.
Shout out to the Magic. Shout out to the Cavs too. It was a hard fought series. I should shout out to the Cavs too, though. It was a it's a hard fought series on both sides.
His cheeks.
Okay. But yeah, you got anything else before you get on out of here?
Not that I can think of. By the time we record next, it might be Ant versus Shea.
You said it might be what?
Ant versus Shea.
Yeah.
Might be time, or it might be time to prepare for. I'll say it might be time to prepare for Ant versus Shea.
Yeah. And I'll be forced with the task of picking a side.
Chet versus Cat. J-Dub versus Jaden McDaniel. Boy.
You know, my favorite thing last couple of days is this you know the TikTok highlight reels or whatever.
Who?
You know the TikTok highlight reels that they make?
Yeah.
Like with the music. Yeah. So it was one with Michael Jackson Bad, and it's like dun dun dun. Yeah, they got KD, but we got Jaden McDaniel. And it's like dun, 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 dun. And it's like it's Edward highlights over the song Bad. But it's like dun dun dun. They got KD, but we got Jaden McDaniels. And then it starts with the highlights.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I've enjoyed watching the Timberwolves, man. So shout out to them. They released some Wolves for real. Got Wolves, potentially Wolves against the Dogs, and I'm Thunder.
Yeah, we done, bro. Go ahead and shut. What do we do?
All right, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of the Hoodie and Headband. We back top of the week, talk WNBA because the season's starting up. Yeah, Sersky. Y'all know where to go. Tap in with Tariq's writing. That is out right now on The Great Nafisa Collier.
DC.
I may have something out on the way. Stay tuned for that.
Phenomenal. Pieces. That's a fire nickname, by the way.
Pieces. It's crazy.
Pieces is a great nickname.
But
yeah, everywhere.
Thank y'all for tuning into yet another episode of the Hoodie and Headband Podcast Show. We'll be back top of the week, talk WNBA. Then midweek next week we'll talk some more.
Okay, Hallie.
And yeah.
I need to see Tyrese Halliburton skip. My bad. Appreciate
y'all. I was saying, yeah. Okay.
I said appreciate y'all.
Oh, okay. All right.